today's episode of Screw It, we attempt to build a bathroom in the basement. That's right, below grade. Roll that beautiful load-in footage.
One was just figuring out our design plan.
We're going to kind of put it in the hall, but then we got all this plumbing garbage coming off the wall that's kind of getting in our way, so it's encouraging. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Say hi. Okay.
Got this giant silver baked potato up here.
Yeah, I got the vent.
It's killing us. Luckily, the bathroom poop chute is holding up the baked potato, so that helps out.
We got that going for us.
All right.
So now it looks like we're going to put in a floor of some sort?
Yeah, we're going to do an elevated floor because the sewer in the house is higher than the floor.
So as contractors call it, we're below grade.
Absolutely. We're like way below grade.
And we're not contractors. That's why I said that's what they call it.
No, we're constructors. That's what we are. So we've got to buy a poop chopper, poop pumper, whatever you want to call it.
It's called a macerating toilet.
Okay. We've got to get that. I think we've macerated some toilets in the past.
Yeah, blown up a couple.
We've got to get, we're going to build this above the floor so that we can have some plumbing go under this floor.
Right.
And then up. And then it has to pump up.
And for the drains and everything. You just missed that. The kitty said, boom, right there on the knee. How you doing, baby? Kitty. I know, we hear you.
We've got to, it's easier to raise the floor for the bathroom than cut into the floor.
Yeah, because it's a total concrete.
Right. Some serious concrete.
And the framing of the floor is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's made out of pressure treated, like they usually use for outdoor stuff, because I have this huge fear that at some point I'm going to have a flood. Water heater, plumbing, garage door, something, because it's just happened a lot over the years. And that way, we've got a good 6-inch flood before we start getting in the sheetrock or anything that's really going to matter.
And if it gets more than that, wood floats. So, it's a raft.
It'll be in the backyard. Mm-hmm. I'll be the only guy in the neighborhood with a crapper in the backyard.
There you go.
So we're going to lay down plywood on the floor now.
So we already framed up the floor. So now we're going to lay our first layer of plywood down on the floor. And instead of measuring it and cutting it, the easy way, we're going to do it the other way.
We're going to do it the hard way. So Vic says, you have any sawhorses? I said, yeah. I got 2. Works for me. You going to do some cutting?
Yep.
All right.
Hopefully our horses won't run away. I'm coming right toward you. Put my safety glasses on.
What's that line for?
So I know where to put screws.
Oh. So you do semi have a plan.
Since I forgot my chalk line, I'm using my ink line.
Sharpie line.
Mm-hmm.
And where you just put the line in the middle of the 2x4? 2x6?
Well, I marked it before where my floor joists were. They weren't even with that. That's my floor joist mark. So I made 2 marks instead of 1 because I already had 1 here for that when we put this in. It makes sense to me.
Take your word for it. So it's kind of like we're building a deck inside the garage.
We are. A poop deck.
Where does the grill go?
The grill?
Yeah.
In your mouth. We're making a poop deck.
Yeah.
I just know that word. I really don't know what it is. I think it's something to do with boats.
Yeah, it's got something to do with a ship. But I don't think they actually poop on it.
So anybody watching this video that knows what a poop deck is, feel free to comment and let us know what it is. Then we have a poop deck debate.
If anybody's watching this, they're going, why would I like this? All I see you guys do is move lumber and screw in 3 nails. Or 3 screws.
Screw in 3 nails?
Well,
yeah, okay.
maybe that's why they should watch. What other YouTube channel are you going to see somebody screw in a nail?
Nail, screwed, wait, screwed, glued, nailed, and failed. That's us right here.
How many days have we went without an injury? 6?
Because
last week I fell, so.
No, when I got in the car when we got the lumber, I hit my elbow on the lumber because.
Okay, so 45 minutes without an injury. I mean, because you can tell by the gloves that we wear and the safety glasses and the steel-toed work boots. Safety's first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm out of power.
Oh, your battery died?
Uh-huh.
I thought you hurt yourself.
Nope, not yet.
All
Stand
right.
by.
Yeah. And if we were making these videos, 3 months ago, there wouldn't be anywhere to plug that in.
No, because when we started this, we didn't even have electricity.
I think out of the 4 plugs in the garage, one of them worked. This was not one of them. But now they all work, and we added some. None of the lights worked either, for that matter. I had that pole light.
We've come a long way, baby.
I had one of those pole lights every bachelor always uses. Looks like this segment is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
It is.
I will not be disclosing where I got that from.
It looks like a Captain Crunch hat.
It's actually a car topper.
Mm-hmm.
That way when you deliver pizza for Pizza Hut. Hey, look at me. I work for Pizza Hut.
If anybody watching this has worked for Pizza Hut or delivered pizzas for anybody, feel free to comment.
We don't need comments about everything.
I'm sure Pizza Hut is going to want their royalties for their name. But hey, we'll tell them, hey, free advertising. If you want to give us money out of your advertising budget.
For the 2s of people watching this video,
they could be ordering a pizza right now.
Pizza Hut owes us a slice. Not a slice apiece.
Somebody order us a pizza.
A slice.
Order us a pizza.
Because this mention's worth about a slice of cheese pizza. If anybody thinks that Victor should be wearing knee pads, feel free to comment below.
I never have.
How do you keep from blowing your knees out?
They're just used to it.
Okay.
Now my jeans get knees in the holes in the knees at some point, but
when you were in elementary school, did your mom ever buy your clothes at Sears?
uh-huh.
Do you ever wear tough skins?
I probably did.
I know I did. Remember they had the reinforced knee?
No, I was a kid. It was just
They did.
It was just clothes.
Because little boys, you know, they're going to crawl around their knees. You know, sometimes men crawl around their knees. But they had the reinforced knee so you wouldn't blow it out as quick. But of course, when you're walking and you're not crawling on your hands and knees, the knee's a little stiff. And I know you remember this. Remember the Huskies?
Yeah.
They were tough skins for fat kids. And yeah, I did wear them.
I didn't. I was a skinny kid with a big head.
Really?
Yep. God thought I was a water tower if I stood still too long.
I was always a little on the chunky side.
I didn't gain weight till I got married. You quit growing up, you start growing out.
Well, I've never been married. What happened to me?
I don't know.
Can't blame it on her cooking.
Maybe you've been here for an hour.
All right.
All right.
Where you going? He's like, hell, I'm done.
I'm not using that yet. That's for the next layer. We got to use the.
Oh, that one goes on top of this one?
Yeah, this is a 3 foot, and the others are 2 foot.
So where does this one go? Beside it?
No, it's going to go on the second
Oh,
layer.
I got you.
It's our above subfloor. It's our upper subfloor.
Okay. All right, he got the condenser out.
Yeah.
AKA the hammer, but not very convincing.
Not very convincing, so we're going to.
So now he's like, come over here and stomp on it.
Why won't it go? What is the deal? What is the deal? I don't know.
Put it in a position, then I'll stomp on it. Snug it up against this 2x4.
It's in position.
No, I meant back here.
I can't. I need to hammer it. Hold on. You know what? I'll convince it. Wow. Well, what the hell? I don't know, bro.
Is that bottom board flush?
What do you mean?
With the sides. In other words, is this bottom board flush with this one?
I think it sticks out just a hair.
Well, I think that's what we're snagging on.
Snagging on the hair?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yay. Oh.
What?
I don't know. I just want to drag it out and cut a sliver off of it. But I guess I'm going to have to.
Yep.
Because as Elmer Fudd said...
Wait a minute, did you just get it?
No, this other side's up.
Oh, I was like, man, that's a genius. How did you do that?
No, it's like Elmer Fudd. Something's Willy Wong here. Yep, it's...
Back to the sawing board.
That sucks. Oh, well. All we can do is all we can do. So, we know...
If you had a planer, you could probably take off, you know, just a sliver.
Yeah. Just, man. Because it fits fine here. Right in here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So from here over, we need to cut just a tiny bit off of it. It's right in here that it's hanging up.
Yeah, it's loose down there on your end.
Oh no, bro. Just gonna cut about a blade's width off of it from the end to here. And any light that shows, we'll cover it up with drywall and baseboards.
And if it don't want to go, we'll convince it. All right, so we got our floor in now.
Well, one layer.
Welcome back to this old bathroom. We are building a bathroom in the garage, and we're putting 2 layers of plywood down. So why are we putting 2 layers down? Just for stability?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because at some point we're going to be drilling some holes and running some pipes and that sort of thing.
That one layer wound up flexing a little over time.
All right.
Between the joists, so just.
Plus we're going to build it in case any big old boys come in here and decide they're going to walk on it. Now the interesting thing about this bathroom is now that we're kind of encroaching on the garage, as you can see the air handler there for the AC.
We are also in the basement.
Yeah, there's not going to be access to the garage, so I actually had the idea. I said, why don't we put 2 doors in the bathroom? That way you can access the bathroom from one side and still have access to the garage. And since we're limited on space, that's what we did.
And this is going to be outside the giant man cave we're building.
Yeah.
And
that'll be next week's episode, This Old Man Cave.
Yeah.
Hope there's no copyright issues there.
Some future episodes back to the man cave.
Ask This Old Bathroom. So believe it or not, in this 7.5 by 5 bathroom, we're gonna have a stand-up shower. Small vanity. And a macerating toilet. Say it with me. Macerating toilet. Bonus points if you can spell it. Right down there in the comments.
And exactly what does a macerating toilet do, Jimmy?
It, of course, macerates. And for those who don't care to look that up, it's also known as a grinder. And I'll let you kind of let your brain figure out the rest of what that means. So it takes the waste, shoots it up in the air, not literally. Wow, what a picture that was. But since we're below grade, gravity doesn't work. When you're down in the basement, you can't go any further down. So it's got to go up to the, what do you call it?
The sewer line?
It's got to go up to the sewer line. And then bye-bye, leaves the house. Coming up next week on This Old Sewer Line.
So, it chops up the solid matter.
Right.
Including the corn. And
it's pretty amazing, actually, because the sewer line is 3 inches. And I believe the macerating toilet line is like 3/4 of an inch. So it does some massive macerating.
Yeah, it's like having a garbage disposal in the toilet. And if that doesn't work, then this will be a karaoke stage for the man cave.
Yeah, actually, that'd be much easier than what we're doing.
This was your big idea. I'm just helping fulfill your dream.
Yeah, because you kept trying to convince me to do a half bath. And I'm like, no, I will not have this half bath nonsense.
So, hey, put in an outdoor shower, make it interesting for the neighbors, and
if you put an outdoor toilet, you don't have to macerate it because it's below grade.
Yeah.
I mean, above grade.
We could use where that old tree stump was. You could just, like, go in the hole.
Coming up next week on This Old Tree Stump.
I can't even put the screw in. You got me laughing.
Did you ever get that metal sliver out of your finger from last week?
Yes, finally, after I spent half the night digging into the subsurface of my thumb, because you couldn't see it, but it felt like a...
You missed it earlier, because see, these studs are 16 inches apart. If I turn sideways and shimmy like I'm dancing on a stripper pole, I can actually get through.
The Jimmy Shimmy.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a new dance.
Just too bad that we missed it.
We get more walls up, you'll see more of it.
Yeah. There actually used to be a wall behind this air handler, but it was butted up against it. So we decided when we're going to build, and when I say we, let me rephrase that, Victor, we decided to build the wall, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches on this side of it. That way, if we ever had to get to the back of the air handler, there was not a wall there. So whoever put that in wasn't thinking. We try to think every once in a while.
You use screws, Jimmy, instead of nails.
Because screws are fun. No, because over time, if the wood, expands or dries or whatever, the screws won't let go. Nails will sometimes pop out, and
yes,
we don't want it going anywhere.
Nails get loose, screws don't.
The toilet's going to be in that corner, and then the shower will be over here where Vic's laying down.
Hi, I'm in the shower.
And then we're going to have a door there to the right of his leg, and another door right along in here, and then right here in the middle will be the sink.
And the doors, we will be using sliding barn doors that we will build in a future episode because of the giant baked potatoes that we discussed earlier.
Yeah, it kind of impedes about 8 inches, and
it gets in the way of a regular door working.
Yeah, so we were very limited on where we're going to put our doors. So we were like, hey, if we just slide back and forth, we can put it anywhere.
Yeah, it's easier to build 2 of those doors than move that beast.
And no bigger than the room is, we didn't want to have to open the door into the room.
I'm trying to get this to sit back against the wall because the wall's bowed a little bit, I believe. So I can't prise against it because this gas line is in the way. That's a bad idea. So I decided I'll put a screw in here. And I'm going to put this here. Maybe.
And try not to pull the screw out of the wall.
It shouldn't. Then we're going to do that.
Well, okay.
And then I'll put a block of wood back here and we'll just screw into it.
Okay.
So.
Well, it seems like you know what you're doing.
Well,
we'll find out soon, won't we?
I'm rather inventive. So. And there we go.
You just get the bit, you'll be good.
Oh yeah, it likes to leave me behind. All right, I gotta put it here.
Okay, when we started today, we had this wall, and then we put in the double plywood floor, nice and neat there for stability, and then we've got this this back wall up against the bricko block. So now we have 2 more walls to go, but my stomach's singing, and he's saying, "Feed me, feed me." So That's probably where we're headed next, as Vic cuts some more wood.
I'm holding your stomach hostage.
I tell you, man.
I'm holding your stomach.
That's like my uncle used to say, my stomach thinks my throat's been cut. All right, so this is the last board on the back wall, right?
Maybe. I need to put another one right here. That's too big of a gap.
Oh, okay.
This that was mounted to the wall is just in the wrong place. Because this...
Well, I'm glad we left it then.
16 inch on, 16 inch on center was right in the middle of this, and it just wouldn't come out right. So I put it on the side. I'll probably put another one on this side.
And
that's too far of a span.
I've learned that we need 16 inches so we can put up sheetrock. And that's the exact space of when you buy insulation. That's, what's it called? Faced? What's the insulation called?
Face insulation has paper on one side. It's not just insulation.
Right, but I'm just saying when you buy faced insulation, it's cut at 16 inches, so it'll fit right here.
Yeah, it's cut to
kind of perfectly.
16-inch center.
Right. See, I pay attention.
So 16-inch center is from center board to center board.
Yeah. And then you mark the drywall with lines and screw it.
Exactly. Screw it. And if you miss a stud, move the screw over, screw it.
I'm right here. How you gonna miss me?
Oh, I don't know. Well.
This karaoke stage is coming right along. Fixing to screw this board.
We are on our 4th fully charged lithium battery for the day.
Well, they charge quick.
We didn't take a lunch break or anything today. So that Chinese buffet we're going to...
We're going to hit that a little earlier than normal dinner time.
Yeah, they're going to say that we've been there 4 hours. We need to go now.
Well, if we can get there at 4:30 and they close at 8:30, we technically have 4 hours.
What a thought.
You ever been to like a Chinese buffet and they have things on the menu they shouldn't have?
Like what?
Like pot roast.
Sometimes they have
That's
pizza.
like, man, y'all don't know how to make a pot roast. Don't be put down on the buffet because you know I'm going to try it. And then I fill up on stuff I don't like. I need some mushu gai pan or something else I can't pronounce. Stir fry rice, something.
Well, when I was in Mexico last week, a lot of the specialty restaurants that were not Mexican food were okay, but it wasn't the same because, like the Italian restaurant,
Yeah, don't put pizza.
it had a bit of a Hispanic flavor to it.
Pizza and pot roast don't belong in a Chinese buffet. But if I remember, this place we're going to, there's a pretty decent dessert menu too.
Well,
so we need one more board on
one more board right here, and this wall is complete.
So that'll be 2 of 4.
And this is our...
That's just a
There
temporary.
used to be a wall right here that came this way.
Right. So that's just a temporary to kind of, that's obviously that's not code.
Absolutely not.
Even though it's very pretty, but there will be a junction box here at some point. And then
This will be reconfigured. This is just a make do so that we can actually have some light in here.
Right.
So, but the
let's show them the bird's nest.
Oh yes,
there was a bird that snuck in here a few years ago.
There are two.
We had a hole in the garage door, and oh, there it is.
There's two. There's one actually above this first one.
Yeah, right there. So the birds were in here. This used to be my parents' house, so I didn't live here at the time. And I came and I was in the garage, and my parents never came downstairs in those latter years. And sure enough, I found an old dead bird skeleton. I'm like, I guess kind of like the Roach Motel. They check in, but they don't check out.
This to hook the floor to on one side to give it, so we had to have somewhere to start. So that is 84 3/4.
All right.
84 3/4.
Grab another board. We bought some 2x4s this morning. Wood prices have definitely gone down. Yeah, thank goodness. Sun's starting to peek out for the first time in about 5 days, so that's good.
Calling this the beautiful wood footage, like Beans commercial. Was it Bush's Baked Beans? Roll that beautiful bean footage. Never really thought it was that beautiful to start with.
I don't know. Tastes good.
This wood footage, though, it's beautiful.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a what she said joke. Now, how do we get this behind this? This is the fun part.
Is it me, or do I feel like Tom Silva's going to come through that door in a minute?
I wish he would. Ask this old house is asking how I get this in here.
I wouldn't just ask. I was like, yeah, go ahead and show me how you do that.
You get the condenser.
Mm-hmm.
And you convince it that it needs to be right here. We're in the neighborhood. Come on. A little more conversation. A little more convincing. There we go.
A little less conversation, a lot more action.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a song. I think it was.
Maybe.
And then down here on the floor, we aren't using it now, but it's the world's oldest still functioning jigsaw. No lie. My dad was using this when I was like 5. This thing is at least 45 years old. And the blade on there is probably 40 years old. Because it doesn't really cut. It just kind of, I don't know what it does. Rip, tears.
Yep, I didn't bring my jigsaw today, so it stepped up and got the job done. I don't know if it actually cut the wood or if we just rubbed through it.
Yeah.
Either way, it did the job.
I think we just got it so hot it just melted.
That's possible. Oh, we gotta do the little trick from earlier. Hello.
The board's being a little difficult. So we're gonna go high here. Get the pry bar out and convince it to go into place.
Yep. One of the civil machines, the lever.
Well, you know, we were talking about my dad owning that jigsaw. Wasn't this a pry bar your dad's?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah. So homage to dads today.
Yep. Dads are helping out.
At party. All right, after these next couple of screws, it'll be off to China land. I wonder how much the buffet's going for nowadays.
Well, it'll be dinner buffet, so it'll be more.
I bet it'll be $12. What do you say?
That sounds about right.
Come on, you got to guess something. Am I high or low?
It'll be $12 plus a drink. It's probably another $5.
So you're saying with tax and tip, $20 a person? God, let's hope not. I'm gonna have to eat enough to last me 3 days if that's the case.
You can do it.
Well, this about wraps it up for today's episode of Screw It. As you can tell, our 5x7 basement bathroom coming right along. We have 1, 2, 3 walls framed, and of course that double plywood floor. What's going to happen on the next episode? Well, that 4th wall will go up, and we may be drilling some holes to run some plumbing. Please like and subscribe, and join us once again for another episode of Screw It.